Hi there, welcome to Houston DIY. My name's Ben. In this video, we're going to play some Nintendo 3DS games on the Meta Quest 3. Okay, as I mentioned, the aim of this video is to show you how to use or get Nintendo 3DS games onto the Meta Quest 3. So this is done with 3DS emulation through Citra or Citra, Citra. So this has been around for a while in a different form factor, which has been brought very recently to the Meta Quest 3 to play it in a specific way on the headset. So I'm going to talk you through how I've got things set up, how to get some games onto the Meta Quest 3 and kind of show you it in action. So I won't take any credit or anything for this. This is created by a developer and it's available via GitHub. All the information and the instructions on how to get it working and going are all on there with a really good guide. And I will link obviously below to it. It is currently in beta. So obviously some things aren't perfect, but so far what I've tested are really, really, really good. So I'll link below to this actual GitHub page where it's got loads of information around what it is, how it works, how to get it set up, etc., etc. So it's compatible with Meta Quest 2, Meta Quest 3, and the Meta Quest Pro. I'm setting it up on the Meta Quest 3 today, so we'll do it with Meta Quest 3, obviously, for what we're doing today. So there's a few things you need to do. There's a few kind of prerequisites. So basically, the Citra, I don't know how to say that, but anyway, the application is an Android application, and because the Meta Quest headset is Android, runs on Android basically, you can run, in theory, most Android applications by sideloading applications onto the Meta Quest 3. So you need to download the APK file. That's all available via this GitHub page, and get that across to your Meta Quest 3 headset. Now, I have covered that in a previous video where we got the PS5 working with a USB video application, which I'll link to up here. But there are tons of videos on YouTube. And again, I'll link to another one around side loading applications onto the headset using SideQuest. So that's the kind of way you need to do it. So use SideQuest on your PC, you connect in your headset, and it allows you to basically side load applications over to your headset. And we'll be doing exactly that for this application. Which, as I mentioned previously, is all available from here. You can download it, etc. So the latest release, you can probably see, is there. So we'll pause there for a minute, get things set up, and I'll talk you through the steps. Okay, so at this moment in time, I'm going to assume you've managed to get SideQuest installed on your PC and working on your PC. So let me just show you SideQuest here. So hopefully you've got the same setup. You need to get the advanced application, the advanced version, to be able to side load on. So this is the SideQuest application. As you can see there, on the most recent one, and hopefully up here we'll get connected in a second. There we go. Yep, so we're connected to the Meta Quest 3. So that's ready. So hopefully you're in the same position with dev mode, etc. set up. So on the GitHub page, as I mentioned previously, there's a latest release which is there. So you've got to go here and download that APK file there, which I have already got and already installed onto the Meta Quest 3. So you just need to do exactly the same. So I'm pretty sure I've still got to be downloads here. There, yeah, the Citra VR APK file. So get that on and then go into SideQuest. Go to this button up here, which is Install APK from File on your computer. Click on that. Find the actual file, which for me is there, and click open, and that will install it, hopefully, fingers crossed, if you've got things set up, onto the Meta Quest 3. So that's one part done, and that's kind of the main part. You do need that application on there. So on here, so how to install and run. So it goes through the steps here around developer mode, SideQuest, and then obviously running the application on your headset. Which we'll do in a moment. But before we do that, we obviously need some games. So the Citra, it doesn't have any games included in it. You've got to get the ROMs, so the 3DS ROMs, so the game file on your PC. You can transfer it over to the headset, which then the Citra application uses that ROM and then produces the image and the video, the actual game inside the headset for you. So that's the Citra is a mechanism to bring that game to life in your headset. So ROM-wise, I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty, but obviously you can get ROMs for any game. Now, if you don't own that game, there's obviously kind of a moral thing there going on. I have got tons of 3DS games. I've had the 3DS for years and years and years. I've got more games than I can imagine. There are ways of actually ripping your 3DS game actually onto your PC, for example. So you can do that, and the guide again is in here around doing that. So if you go onto the main page, and it talks about how to back up 3DS games. This is basically grabbing the information or the file or the game from your 3DS cartridge you'll have, and then getting it and being able to upload it. So I won't go into detail of getting the ROM. There are websites out there which I'm not going to link to, but if you're clever enough on Google, you will find websites that have the ROMs, so the games on. So one thing to look out for is a compatibility list. So on here somewhere, I'm pretty sure, yeah, there it is. There is a VR compatibility list for Citra. So this lists all the known games from a developer perspective of what's working and what isn't working on the MetaQuest 3. So you can see there's some that just don't work, some that do. So the new Super Mario Brothers, some of the Pokemon games are down as bad. Some of the down as work great. Some of the Zelda, etc. So there's tons on there. So if you've got the game and you want to check it's working before you actually upload it, jump on here and have a look at the compatibility. Okay, so in the guide, it mentions around loading the games on. So basically, what you need to do is on your MetaQuest 3 is create a folder on there called 3DS games. And that's where the ROMs will go into. So if I show you in SideQuest, you can do that from SideQuest. If you go into SideQuest, click on the folder icon, and that will show you all your folders here. And so this is the root of the SD card. So as you can see, I've got a folder there called 3DS games, and I've put some games into here that I've got to be able to load and use on the headset. So if I go back one step, so this won't create the folder automatically. You've got to do it, but in SideQuest it's really easy to do. You can do it from File Explorer, but you can do it from here. So if you hover over the plus icon, click on New Folder, create a new folder, call it whatever you want, and there you go. Once you've got that folder there, it's simply a case of just getting your ROMs that you've got. So I've got some here. Drag it over and drop it into there. Not that one. I've got a folder here. So you get your game and drag it over, and then you drop it in, and it will transfer the game over. Obviously, just transferring the file over into the folder on the headset from your PC to the headset. It should take a few seconds depending on the size of the file, because obviously different games have got different sizes. But this shouldn't take too long at all. Probably take maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and you should get a kind of success message showing that it's successfully transferred. So we'll give that a second. You can also check up here in the tasks, file loading. The task is running. Fingers crossed. It shouldn't take too much longer. There we go. Transfer complete. That's done now. So you've got the game from your PC, the ROM from your PC on the headset. So it's actually loaded, in the memory on the hard drive built into this in the headset. They're ready to go. So CitraVR, the APK, the application on the headset. The stuff I've done so far, I've not changed any of the default settings. There are some settings you can mess around with. I haven't changed anything. So what we'll do, we'll jump over now and we'll actually do some gameplay on the headset, just showing you Mario Kart. I'll do Mario Kart and Super Mario Brothers. I'll show you those two games because those have tested really, really well so far. So we'll jump over, have a quick look, and see what you think. Okay, going to go over into the headset now and show you what's going on. So I'm going to take my glasses off. I do have the AdLens Pro VR Optics lens inserts in there, so I'll put a link to a video we did on them. So let's get this on now. So let's jump in and I will record the screen straight away. So just want to mention a couple of things while we're doing this. I do currently have an Xbox controller Bluetooth connected to the device itself. So you can see I've got this connected, and this is connected already currently. So let me go and record what's going on inside my head. The headset. So I'm recording the headset now. So you see I've got pass-through. You can see the computer where I'm recording here. So I'm going to go into applications. If you've not used any of the SideQuest applications before, you need to go into the application menu, go to the drop-down box, and go to unknown sources. And that will show you any of the applications you have installed via SideQuest. So as you can see, I've got quite a few in there I've been testing with. But the one we're going for is at the top there, the CitraVR beta application. So if I click on that, which should hopefully open up. And you can see I've got a few games in there now. So, like I said previously, we'll go with Mario Kart to start with, and we'll try and do Super Mario as well. So I'll jump into Mario. Hopefully you can see. I'll do it over here slightly, just so I can do it against this wall a little bit more. There we go. So you can see I've got the two screens there, the two 3DS screens. So I've got the controller, and this should, and it was working earlier. Let me just switch it back on, actually. So I'm just switching it back on now. Hopefully you can see that going on there. And this should hopefully connect to my headset. Okay, we've got the solid light now. So hopefully, yes, we're straight in. Latency-wise, no problems whatsoever. Let's load up Mario Kart. So I'm using it in pass-through. You've got a couple of options with regard to pass-through. You can do it in your pass-through you can see, or a black kind of just an empty background. So you can see I've got the controller and it's controlling the menu at the bottom. We'll jump into single player. I'm not sure what it comes through like on the screen recording, but it's a full 3D view of that top screen. So I've actually got like a VR experience in a mini window. So there's depth to it. I can see depth. Let me go on that one. And there. So yeah, there's actually in that top menu, like there is on a 3DS, you've got actual depth within there, like a 3D view. So I want to show you a couple of things. So hopefully you can hear the audio as well coming through. I've noticed that the audio does cut out. That's quite common for ROMs. Let's turn it down a little bit. And the control does work straight away in the game. No settings have been changed whatsoever in the game or on the CitraVR application. So I'll do a little bit of gameplay. I'll try and do a lap just to show you what's going on. So you can see getting that true kind of, obviously, Mario kind of vibe going on here. But that 3DS with a dual screen, you can see the map at the bottom where you're going from that classic 3DS look. So it really is bringing the 3DS gaming experience directly to the headset, which is great. So I'll just do a lap and then we'll quit. And I will show you Mario Brothers. So it's not perfect. It does cut out every now and again, especially the audio does cut. It does get a little bit jolty on the video a couple of times, but overall, really, it's a really, really good experience there. So I'll hold it there on the Mario Kart, and then we'll jump over to Super Mario Brothers. Okay, next up, Super Mario Brothers. Let's jump back in. So I'll record the video on here. And come back to here. Controller. We'll quit game. So then we'll come back. I'm not sure how to get into a new game. So let's reopen Citra. And then go into Super Mario Brothers. Try that again. So Super Mario Brothers. So it does this sometimes. It will the app will crash. Obviously, it's only beta. It's not everything's not fully supported, etc. So you're kind of expecting some issues, but you just kind of reopen it and try again, and it usually just works. So fingers crossed this time. I'll just re-center it there. Okay, so it looks like it's going to work this time. Okay, we're in. So again, obviously you can't see it on the screen, but I can see like a 3D-ness to this. So we're going to solo play. Continue this game, and I'll just show you a little bit of gameplay just to give you an idea of what it looks like. So you can see it's obviously really smooth in terms of latency. You still get that every now and again a little bit of jitter, I would say, with the audio cutting in and out. But the actual gameplay is pretty decent. So it's a little bit of freezing there, possibly. Okay, there's a quick game of Mario just to show you some gameplay there. So as you can see, really smart. A couple of games showing off there, looking really, really good. So I'll just shut things down. We'll do a little bit of a summary just to finalise the video. Okay, all done there now. It was a quick demonstration there. A couple of 3DS games, Nintendo 3DS games playing on the MetaQuest 3 with that Citra VR app. Again, I've only scratched the surface myself. I've got 3 or 4 games on there which I've tried out. So I'll try more and more out. So yeah, I'll keep doing some testing myself on the Citra application. Get some more ROMs loaded on probably at some point. So yeah, hopefully I've covered everything off there just to give you a good idea how it works, how to get started. As I said before, I'll put links below to the Citra GitHub pages, to the links to people using SideQuest and other things and bits and bats I'll put below as well. But if you've got any questions at all, drop it into the comments section. I will reply to all questions and comments. Anything at all about the gameplay, about the VR headset, about the setup, just let me know. I can help you out if you need it. If you like the video, if it's been informative, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If not for any reason, give it a thumbs down, give it a dislike. Any questions, as I say, in the comment section. And if you want to follow the Houston DIY channel along for more VR videos, Quest 3 videos, and much, much more, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.